Everybody, welcome back to Axis. Satoshi this here. In a few minutes, I'm going to go and see the movie Mortal Kombat 2. This one here is the sequel to Mortal Kombat, which got released back in 2021. And super excited for this one. Now, a little bit of backstory for Mortal Kombat itself. The original came out, which was a video game, back in 1992. And then, of course, had multiple sequels after that. Some good, some bad. And then, of course, in 95 came out the Mortal Kombat movie. That one I remember a lot, and I loved it. After that, in 97 came out Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Not one of my favorite Mortal Kombats. Just so much going on in there. It kind of lost its heart and soul on that one right there. So now we jump to 2021. Of course, Warner Brothers releases that one right there. And that one, for me, I enjoyed parts of it. However, since they introduced a new character, that's where I wish they wouldn't do it. And now we're into part 2. Let's see how the story continues. Of course, they added a lot of the characters from the original Mortal Kombat video game part 2, which I think was back in 93. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks, but that's my video game knowledge on Mortal Kombat. So comments down below. If I'm wrong, let me know. This way I can learn. Okay, cool. Alright, folks. So I'm gonna head on into the theater. I'll be back later. Alright, folks, movie's done. Mortal Kombat. And as you can see, last one to leave this theater. So let's head on out and get started with the review of Mortal Kombat. Same place where I started originally. Alright, let me just get this set up on the table and then we'll get started on this. Okay, so let's see. This one definitely it stayed true to the original video game right there. So a lot of characters came in there from pretty much part 1 all the up to the most recent Mortal Kombat game. I recognized about 99% of them. Some of them I had to kind of think who they were, and then the name finally clicked in my head when they announced who they were. No more spoilers there. So that was cool. Alright. Of course, maybe Mortal Kombat, blood and gore, yes. Was it the same as in the video game? Of course. It wasn't over the top. It was just pretty much to the point. You knew the fatalities off the bat, so signature moves were in there, which is what I liked. I mean, that was nice right there. They actually did their homework on this one, so props right there on that. Visuals, good all the way through. I mean, each world represented parts of the video game itself, so that I enjoyed. Also, they did reference the 90s, which is what I liked right there. I wasn't expecting that. However, I mean, certain characters, during their little backstory, it was pretty much obvious that they would actually do that for them. So, all in all, this one here, I'm going to give it a solid 9.9 out of 10. Reason is that it being part 2, I felt there was too many characters in there. I wish they would have actually expanded it to a part 3, 4, and 5, kind of give the characters more room to breathe. Of course, with any movie, that's what ends up happening when you do a sequel. You want to include as much as you can. However, sometimes the backstories aren't there that much, unless you're a fan of the franchise itself. Then you know the backstory of the characters. So that was the downside to it. All in all, folks, if you get a chance, go ahead and check it out. It came out in the theaters today. So that's all I gotta say about Mortal Kombat. So from Backstage Access, folks, this is Satoshi. Mata ne.